Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn the remaining portion of chapter number 12 electricity from grade 10 science. Here is a part 4 video of chapter number 12 and after completing this part your chapter 12 will also finish. So starting with the first point, heating effect of electric current. So in this video you have to learn about the heating effect that is produced by current. So what is the heating effect? So when electricity passes through a high resistance wire like a nichrome wire, the resistance wire becomes very hot and produced heat. That is called heating effect of current. As you know that when any appliances having current, I mean to say that from any appliances when the electric currents will pass, that object might be getting heat. That is because of the resistance, because any of the object or else any of the appliances have resistance in them, and when current is passing through that resistance, then the resistance becomes hot and it will produce heat, and that heat is known as the heating effect of current. Done. So after knowing what is heating effect of electric current, now we have to know that who is the person who invented this. So that person is James Prescott Joule. Now James Prescott Joule was an English physicist who was born on 24th December 1818 and died on 11th October 1889. Now what was the history and what is the study of James Prescott Joule? So James Prescott Joule studied the nature of heat and discovered the relationship between the mechanical work. That this man is work on heat. That means he studied heat and discovered a relationship between the heat and mechanical work. Now this lead to the law of conservation of energy and this is lead to the development of the first law of thermodynamics. कि इन्होंने जो काम किया था उनके काम के ऊपर से हीट का और मैकेनिकल वर्क के बीच का रिलेशन मिला और उसी की हेल्प से the first law of thermodynamics will generated. Now the SI derived unit of energy and that is joule. That means the SI unit of energy is joule in named of James Joule कि भाई उनके नाम में एनर्जी का SI यूनिट नाम दिया गया joule. Now he found the relationship between the current through resistors and the heat displayed, which is now called Joule's first law. Either all this, he also found a relationship between the current and resistance in a form of heat, and that relation is known as Joule's first law. So what is a Joule's law of heating? So to learn Joule's law of heating we have to assume some things, then let an electric current I. हमें क्या करना है, एक सर्किट को अज्यूम करना है, एक पूरा फिनोमिना अज्यूम करना है. सो लेट वी अज्यूम दैट द इलेक्ट्रिक करंट विच फ्लोइंग फ्रॉम दैट appliances is I. Then the potential difference is V. The resistance is equal to R and the amount of charge which flow that is Q and the time is T. Now what is the work done by this? So work is done is a product of charge and potential difference. तो work is done is equal to V into Q. वर्क किस तरीके से फाइंड आउट होता है, किसी भी चीज का पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस और उनमें से कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स और कितना चार्ज पास हुआ है उनका मल्टीप्लीकेशन. सो वर्क इज V into Q. सिंस द चार्ज Q फ्लो थ्रू द सर्किट फॉर टाइम T एंड कितने टाइम के लिए ये पास हो रहा है, दैट इज फॉर टाइम T. नाउ देयरफॉर द पावर इनपुट P to the circuit by power source is equal to VQ upon T. So we can find out the power. कि पावर फाइंड आउट करने के लिए क्या होगा, वर्क अपॉन टाइम, दैट इज नोन एज पावर. वर्क का इक्वेशन हमने आगे की स्लाइड में ही देखा, दैट इज V into Q. डन. सो पावर इज इक्वल टू वर्क डिवाइड बाय टाइम. सो वर्क इज V into Q डिवाइड बाय T. I can write this equation like this also, that P is equal to V Q by T. Getting my point? Here is V into Q divided by T. So I can write V Q upon T. And as we know that Q upon T is known as current. So I can write Q upon T as I. So my equation is now P is equal to V upon I. Now as we know that electric energy is supplied for the current time T. So we have to multiply it by T on the both side. So power multiplied by T and Vi into multiplied by T. So after getting, we can find out electrical energy, that is PT, which is equal to VIT. P is power and PT is equal to known as electrical energy, and that we have to find out. So we have to multiply T both the side. So PT is electrical energy and the equation for electrical energy is VIT. Now as we studied that current is I, heat is produced H, and the time is T. So we can write VIT as heat, because this one is heat. Already we discussed that from a current, from any appliances, when the current pass in a particular time, it will generate, due to resistance, it will generate heat. So we can write VIT as heat. Then so you can say electrical energy VIT, and that is equal to heat. So according to Ohm's law, we know that V is equal to IR. Already we learned the Ohm's law that states that potential difference is equal to current and resistance, the product of current and resistance. V is equal to IR. Now substituting this value in equation number 4. So therefore we can get H is equal to VIT. We put the value of V in this. So from that we can get V की जगह पे हमने लिखा IR. So substituting the value of V, H is equal to IR into IT. So I can write this equation is like this also, that I square RT. So we can get the equation of H, or else you can say heat energy, or else you can say electrical energy. H is equal to I square RT. This one is your equation. Getting my point? भाई पावर का इक्वेशन था वर्क डिवाइड बाय टाइम. वर्क का इक्वेशन V अपॉन Q डिवाइड बाय टाइम. Q अपॉन T को मैं I ले सकती हूँ, दैट्स वाई P इज इक्वल टू VI. इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी फाइंड आउट करनी है, इसीलिए T को दोनों जगह मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे. दोनों जगह मल्टीप्लाई करने से इक्वेशन मिलेगा VIT, विच इज इक्वल टू हीट एनर्जी. नाउ अप्लाइंग Ohm's law, we can substitute IR on the place of V, and the final equation H is equal to I square RT. So the heat produced in a wire is directly proportional to the square of current, directly proportional to the resistance of wire and a time for which current is passed. Here we can clearly see that is directly proportional to the square of current, directly proportional to resistance, and directly proportional to the time. So this one is nothing else but a statement of that equation. Now what is the application of this heating effect of current, कि ये heating effect कहाँ कहाँ पे काम आ सकती है. So it will use generally, commonly it will be used in our home also and in public figures also. Now examples are a light bulb glows when the filament is heated. As we know that जो light का bulb है वो कब glow करेगा, when the filament, the inner filament was heated and then it will produce light. So that one is also a heating effect of current. Then as we know that electric stoves and an electric heater is usually working on a heating effect. Then when the inner circuit, or else you can say inner filament is heated, and then the circuit will produce heat, and the water or else any of the food will getting hot. At the same way irons and cartridge heated and the work will done. At the same way electrical fuse rely on this fact that if enough current flows, enough heat will be generated and wire is melted. इलेक्ट्रिक फ्यूज का वर्क हम सबको पता ही है, सबके घर पे फ्यूज होता ही है. बिल्कुल छोटा सा फ्यूज होगा, ग्रेड 7 में पढ़ चुके हो आप लोग, कि वो करंट के अमाउंट के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है. एक पतला सा मेटल वायर होगा उनके बीच. एज एंड व्हेन द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पास, दैट इज वर्क नाइसली. बट व्हेन द amount of electricity is high, the voltage is high, then what happened? Due to the high voltage, the resistance will be high, and if the resistance is high, heat is produced high. So that's why the temperature is getting increased, and because of that increased temperature, the metal wire will melted and the circuit was broken. Then so that is a work of electric fuse, which is relay on a heating effect of electric current. So this one is a best application. Getting my point that electric fuse is the best application of heating effect of current. Now after completing this, you have to learn what is electric power. So as we know that we can identify power is equal to V into I. Then so from this equation we have to find out electric power. So V into I can put the equation, I can use Ohm's law here. So I can write P is equal to I square upon R. V की जगह पे मैं अगर I R लिख लूँ, V is equal to I R. Done. So the equation is P is equal to VI, or else I can write P is equal to I square R. Now यहाँ पे I की जगह मैं ओहम का लॉ अप्लाई करती हूँ, तो I की जगह पे क्या होगा, ओहम का लॉ क्या है, I is equal to V square, I is equal to V upon R. This one is Ohm's law, right? I is equal to V upon R. अब I square है तो I square होगा तो क्या होगा यहाँ पे V square divided by R square. So I can substitute V square upon R square at the place of I square. So by substituting, what is the equation, that P is equal to V square upon R square multiplied by R. This one is a final equation. ये जो इक्वेशन था P is equal to I square R, तो आपने I की जगह पे ओहम का लॉ यूज किया कि भाई I is equal to VR होता है, तो I square is equal to V square upon R square होगा, और इसी I square V square upon R square की वैल्यू आपने इक्वेशन में डाली, तो आपको क्या इक्वेशन मिला, P is equal to V square upon R square multiplied by R. Here R and R square getting cancelled, कि R और R square, R का स्क्वायर और R क्या हो गए, कैंसिल हो गए. सो यू कैन गेट द फाइनल इक्वेशन P is equal to V square divided by R. So this one is a final equation, that P is equal to V square upon R. तो आपको इलेक्ट्रिकल पावर क्या मिला, P is equal to V square upon R. Then now the SI unit of the electric power is watt. कि अगर आप SI unit की बात कर लो, so the SI unit of electric power is watt. कि भाई the SI unit क्या होगा, watt होगा. Now what is watt? It is the power consumed by the device that carries 1 ampere of current when operated at the potential difference of 1 volt. कि भाई 1 watt क्या होगा, तो आप कोई भी अप्लायंसेस को 1 वोल्ट का पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस देके उसको 1 एम्पियर का करंट दोगे, तब उसमें से 1 वॉट पावर क्या होगा, पास होगा. सो वी कैन राइट दैट 1 वॉट इज इक्वल टू 1 वोल्ट इंटू 1 एम्पियर. सो द इक्वेशन W is equal to V upon A. W is for watt, V is equal for volt, and A is equal to ampere. So W is equal to V into A. Now the unit watt is very small. कि अगर आप इलेक्ट्रिक पावर की बात कर लो, तो इलेक्ट्रिक पावर के लिए watt यूनिट जो W है आपका कैपिटल W, दैट इज वेरी स्मॉल. क्योंकि अगर हम घर में इलेक्ट्रिक पावर की बात कर ले तो उनकी कंपैरिजन में ये यूनिट बहुत ही छोटा हुआ. सो हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा, एक्चुअल प्रैक्टिस के लिए हमें किलोवोट यूज करना पड़ेगा. दैट्स वाई इन एक्चुअल प्रैक्टिस वी विल यूज किलोवोट विच इज नोन एज KW. नाउ दैट इज इक्वल टू 1000 वॉट. की भी किलो है तो क्या आगे आगा 1000 से मल्टीप्लाइड होगा. नाउ सिंस इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी इज द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ पावर एंड टाइम, द यूनिट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी इज ऑल्सो वॉट आर. अब हम जानते ही है कि इलेक्ट्रिक एनर्जी के लिए टाइम की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है, इसीलिए हमने आगे वाले इक्वेशन में भी टाइम को मल्टीप्लाई किया था. सो फॉर इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी वी रिक्वायर टाइम, सो वी हैव टू मल्टीप्लाई टाइम हियर. सो द यूनिट इज वॉट आर. देन कि टाइम को आपने मल्टीप्लाई किया, सो टाइम का यूनिट भी इसके साथ जाएगा. सो द कमर्शियल यूनिट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी इज किलो वोट आर. तो हमारा यूनिट कौन सा हो गया, किलो वोट आर, जो यूजुअली हम घर में यूज करते हैं. और ये जो किलो वोट आर है उनको ही हम नॉर्मल लैंग्वेज में यूनिट बोलते हैं. हम घर में जब लाइट बिल आता है तब बोलते हैं ना कि भाई इतने यूनिट यूज हुए, दैट इज नथिंग एल्स बट अ किलो वोट आर. अब ये किलो वोट आर की कैलकुलेशन किस तरीके से होती है, और एल्स एक यूनिट की वैल्यू कितनी होती है. सो एज वी नो दैट 1 किलो वोट दैट मीन्स 1000 वोल्ट होगी और एक आर होगी. सो इन 1 किलो वोट देयर इज 1000 वोल्ट एंड 3600 seconds. Now what we have to do, nothing else, we have to just take the zeros in a power. So it will be 30 this 4 5 and 6. So 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 watt per second. And as we know that watt per second, this one is a unit of joule. So we can write 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 watt per second also. And we can write 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule also. Watt per second is equal to joule. So these are the same equation. Done. Thank you everyone. Have a good day. And finally here your chapter number 12 is completed.